Hello, I'm Isaac Keith Martinez, and welcome to Isaac's Haunted Beard. Hey, happy Friday the 13th! Yes, that's right. This video was posted originally on Friday the 13th, 2015. And this, to me, seems like the perfect time to talk about my favorite slasher and my favorite slasher franchise, Jason Voorhees and Friday the 13th. Now, if you've watched Isaac's Haunted Beard before, you know that I've already done videos about Friday the 13th, parts 1 and 2. So that leads us, naturally, into Friday the 13th, part 3 in 3D. Ooh, wow! Who did this amazing pop art? Cool. Is this an Andy Warhol? No, this is an Isaac Keith Martinez original. This is awesome, isn't it? I think so. So does my mom. Okay, this movie is the third film in the franchise, and as I discussed, it was released in 3D, which means that it came with special glasses. But back in the old days, not all the movies were in 3D. So 3D glasses looked a little different. One side was blue and one side was red. And if you buy Friday the 13th Part 3 on Blu-ray or DVD, which is available on, it comes with these cool glasses that looks like Jason's mask, and the back has like some blood splatter in the title, and it is the old school 3D. It's blue on one side, red and red on the other. So you know what that means. It looks horrible. It doesn't look good. Thank God that they improved 3D, because actually when you saw a 3D movie with the blue and the red back in the old days in theater, it looked terrific. When you saw the movies at home on video or DVD, it didn't look good. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. You remember Freddy's Dead, those glasses, and Friday the 13th. They don't look the same. So thank God you have this opportunity to also choose the watch in 2D option. That's what I do. I watch it in 2D. But Friday the 13th Part 3 is a very famous entry in the franchise for a very specific reason. Yes, this is the film that introduces Jason's iconic hockey mask. He does not have this mask in Part 2. He's got that potato sack elephant man thing going, and he abandons that, and I guess that's not working for me, and he gets the hockey mask, and he sticks with it, and every time people see a hockey mask, they think Jason Voorhees, and it becomes a Halloween costume staple. So yay for you, Jason, for sticking with the hockey mask. That is a dope mask. I love that mask. Okay, so Part 3 begins with the ending of Part 2. The ending of Part 2. Kind of like those Rocky movies where they'd always start with the ending of the previous Rocky film. I always love that. And I love that Friday the 13th Part 3 does that. Where you see Jeannie fight Jason in his shack, you know, where she temporarily tricks him to buy him some time by putting on the mom sweater and pretending that she's the mom. Jason, this is your mother. And he's like, and then she like whacks him and he goes falling down. And at that moment, the camera like shows him his body and then lifts up and shows the mom's head, at which point the words Friday the 13th, Part 3, Friday the 13th and Part 3 shoot out of her eyeballs of her skull towards you, because it's in 3D. So it's just like flying towards you, like here's the words and like a trail behind it, like the Superman movies did back in the day, like the Christopher Reeve ones, and all the credits are like that. Starring so-and-so, produced by this guy, edited by Wood, and directed by Steve Miner. And it's got this like, and while that's happening, if that ain't terrific enough, this like cheesy disco music is playing over it that incorporates elements of the theme and elements of the ch-ch-ch ha-ha-ha with like doom 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 doom. That song is horrible. I love it. I don't own the Friday the 13th Part 3 soundtrack, but if I did, every time like I got ready to like go out for something important, like comb my hair, I'd put that music on, like doom 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 ch-ch-ch. Hey, you know, I'd feel like combination of Tony Manero from Saturday Night Fever and Jason. Okay, because I love Jason. You my man. Okay, so this movie, as we established, ends with Part 2 and starts with Part 3, which is weird because wasn't it Friday the 13th in Part 2? So wouldn't that mean that it's Friday the 14th in Part 3? Apparently not. In Crystal Lake, it's just perpetually Friday the 13th. Like every single day is like Friday the 13th. So Doesn't matter. Still Friday the 13th as far as Jason's concerned. He don't know the date. He dumb. Okay, so, and it's about a bunch of young, you know, good-looking kids who hang out in this house for the weekend, and they all get killed by Jason. And he does it in 3D, and because of that, some of the kills look real, I would assume, looked really cool. Like there's this one scene where Jason like stabs this woman with a pitchfork and the handle's sticking out, and I'm sure that came out of the screen. And there's a scene where Jason grabs a guy's head and like squeezes it and an eyeball pops out. I'm sure that looked cool in 3D. And there's a scene where he shoots like a spear gun. He shoots this girl like far away, grabs a spear gun and shoots her, and the spear comes towards the screen and gets her. Gets her. One shot. You only get one shot. It's only one spear. You mess up, you gotta go chase her. But he's Jason. That's how good he is. He's like the James Bond of slashers. Of course he'd get that shot. Hey, my favorite kill in the movie. There's this kid, Andy, or man, young adult, Andy, who's always like doing handstand walking because he's such a show-off. And this looks good in 3D because there's a scene where he's like he's walking on his hands, and you can see the hands like on the screen, like it's a good shot, like as though the floor is the screen, and then Jason comes around the corner and like slices down through his crotch, like right through his man parts, and you can see it from the point of view of the floor looking up, and his body just breaks open in half, and the blood just pours out and goes across the screen. Favorite kill in the movie. And that's another good example of 3D. You want to know like a weird kind of bad example of 3D? There's all this weird gratuitous stuff like let's do other things in 3D that are just because we're doing it in 3D. Like for instance, there's this scene where these guys are like juggling. They're juggling and the camera's like looking down and you can see the, I don't know if it's apples or something, and like coming towards the screen. You're like, yay, juggling. Awesome. And there's a scene where there's a kid like Andy earlier, he's like at the yo-yo, and he's like, oh, yo-yo, and the camera's like shows it like from the point of view of where the yo, ooh. And then there's a scene where, I mean, come on, really? That stuff's a little weak. There's a scene where this guy's making popcorn, and the popcorn, like, I guess he forgets to put the lid on. The popcorn's like, oh, popping out of the thing is out of control because it's in 3D. It's like flying on the screen. Woo, popcorn's out of control. Okay, and that guy, by the way, is the guy that is part of my least favorite kill in Friday the 13th. It's this hippie guy who hangs out with these young kids, and he's like really out of place because he looks like Chong from Cheech and Chong, and the year's like 1983. Who looks like that? Only Chong looks like that, and Chong deserves to look like that because he's famous. You know, you want him to look like him. But like, okay, so there's this, I don't even know his name, I just call him Hippie. So Hippie, at one point, goes downstairs because lights go off, and he goes checking the fuse box, and he's like, oh man, and he turns on the light, and there's this revealed Jason behind him, and then Jason grabs him, and he throws him into the fuse box, and electrocutes him. In theory, it's kind of cool. Why do I dislike it so much? It just, for some reason, that particular scene, Jason doesn't even make any effort. Like, he's really strong, but he's just like, seriously, you watch that scene. Next time you watch it, he's just like, go over there. You're dead. Okay, that's my least favorite scene in the movie. Favorite line in the movie is the scene where Vera is at this like this weird little grocery store buying some stuff, and she's like looking for her wallet, and she's not even like frantically looks. She's just casually looking like, and this like horrible woman who works at as the cashier doesn't even give her a chance to find her wallet. She just interrupts her rudely. She goes, "We don't accept no food stamps." I love that line because that woman's just, ugh, she's grotesque because she's just like, who has the nerve to say that to people? You're in customer service, for goodness sake. Act like you've been here before, okay? And she's wearing this like weird like bootleg Miss Piggy t-shirt. I want that shirt. That shirt is gross. I love it. This movie is available on Blu-ray. It's available on DVD. There's box sets, you know, there's box sets on Blu-ray, there's box sets on DVD, so chances are, if you're watching this video, you've already seen Friday the 13th Part 3, and every Friday the 13th it's fun to watch either like a marathon or a double feature or one of them, so who knows, maybe tonight Friday the 13th Part 3 is the movie that you'll be watching, and you might, you know, remember some of the things I talked about in this video. But before I end this video, I want to touch upon something that's one of my favorite things about the Friday the 13th disc, is the special features comes with the trailer. I love the trailer for Friday the 13th Part 3 because I find the voiceover narration to be so cheesy. I wrote down the words that the guy says, so I'm going to read this like verbatim right now. So here it goes. Isaac Keith Martinez performing the trailer for Friday the 13th Part 3. The trailer starts with the Paramount logo, and then you hear ch 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 ha ha ha, ch 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 ha ha ha. Weekends are a good time to escape to the woods, unless the weekend begins with Friday the 13th, because 13 is an unlucky number. But out here, so are 1 through 12. Because these are Jason's woods, and nobody leaves them alive. Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D. Jason, you can't fight him. You can't stop him. And now, you can't keep him on the screen. Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D. Now, when it comes to killing in Jason's woods, Jason will come to you. Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D. A new dimension in terror. It will scare you. Count on it. And then it ends with, it goes black and you can still hear ch 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 ha ha ha. And written on the screen it says, opens Friday, August 13th. Join Jason in the woods, ... if you dare. If I dare. Of course I dare! Thank you for watching my video. If you like that picture that I drew, I actually draw a lot of drawings that are based on movies that I love. You can check it out on Twitter at my other Twitter account, Isaac's Haunted Art, at Isaac's Haunted A. But don't forget that you can always subscribe to Isaac's Haunted Beard on YouTube and see more terrific videos of me talking about all my favorite horror movies. And follow Isaac's Haunted Beard on Twitter at Isaac's Haunted B. You see Isaac's Haunted A for art and B for beard. Clever, isn't it? And I have a blog now. It's isaacsHauntedBeard.blogspot.com, which is easy to find, and I write essay pieces on movies. But here's the terrific part. I don't just write about horror movies, I also write about non-horror movies, so check that out too. And if you can't find it, just go to the Twitter thing. On the bio page there's a link. And what do you think, Jason? Do you think we're done here? No, because in my world it's always Friday the 13th, and I'm never done until I've killed everyone. But you did kill everyone. Not everyone. I gotta go, folks. Goodbye.